Welcome to Inside Sim Racing and our first look at the Chevrolet Silverado around the brand new Eldora Speedway. So here we are in the Chevrolet Silverado at Eldora Speedway, which this version of the truck can now run on dirt. Now, do want to say before we get started that this is a pre-release version of the brand new dirt build, so things are subject to change. So, Billy, what is the key to getting this big, heavy truck around Eldora?
So as we take a look at what we're running right now and how I kind of we went over last night, I helped John kind of get used to dirt, is taking the truck around Eldora. Eldora is a very circular track, has a lot of banking to it, and we are doing it in zero state or tacky conditions. This kind of gets you in the mode of using throttle control. Throttle control with the truck is a really big deal because there is not a lot of grip with this truck, and you also see that there's not a lot of aero at play with the truck. There is some, but you are not getting the side loads that are available in some of the other dirt cars that we'll talk about in another video. So, big key is your corner entry, not overdriving, but definitely keeping a nice arc with the truck through the corner. Using the throttle to change the attitude of the back end as you go through. And John, how hard was this to get used to since you've never done anything like this?
This was extremely hard. Every time I go into the corner, I always wanted to correct and not let the truck just naturally take a slide into the corner and point the nose. And then, if I was able to do that, then the whole struggle became coming off the corner, where you really had to feed in the throttle really lightly until you were well off the corner and then able to put it down all the way. So, yes, this was a big challenge.
And it is. The trucks, again, are probably, in my opinion, the hardest out of all the dirt cars to run, primarily because the grip that they do not have on the dirt. I mean, you can watch them in the NASCAR race when they go to Eldora in real life. And then what I didn't have you do was actually transition to the slick, because I really wanted you to focus on throttle control with the tacky track, because in and of itself, this is really difficult. But after a while, you got it. It's going to take people laps, so if you happen to be watching this video, give yourself time. The truck is a very good way to start and to learn throttle control. I think John will agree with that. And then probably show a little bit of dry here as well, of me running in the dry. This is not easy to get the truck around in the dry, but just wanted to show that off. But again, trucks are going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take patience. Most people will get this. They just need to give themselves time if you are not used to driving sideways. I would, right, John? I think that's probably a fair assessment.
No, but like you said, it is going to be the steepest learning curve with all this new dirt content, but it is nice to go and start off with it, go into a test session, just spend some time out there with yourself, really trying to work on that slide and throttle control, and once you kind of get your head wrapped around, it gets easier from there. So it's a challenge, but it's a pretty good way to actually start off if you're new to dirt racing.
I agree, and I would say that once you get that nice arc through the corner, I would say, and I think you said it last night, it's very rewarding once you have that aha moment where you can get around the track and you're like, oh, I'm not going 3 different ways down the straightaway and trying to hit the walls and knock down the fence. You know, I mean, with the exception of running the Larson line through the turn and knocking down the outside fence, but really, and I don't have obviously I don't have any experience with a truck in real life on dirt, but my other dirt experience and watching Christopher Bell and some of the test sessions that we ran together really helped kind of clue me in on how to run the truck. So again, if you're doing this for the first time, give yourself a bunch of laps to get used to this. It's going to be frustrating to begin with, but the throttle is your biggest friend and your worst enemy here, so you're really going to have to learn throttle control.
Yes, and remember that it's a truck with a bed, so there's a lot of rear quarter panel, so yeah. Be careful coming off the corners.
Right.
Thanks for watching our first look of the truck at Eldora Speedway. This is the first of 4 dirt videos previewing the new content in iRacing, so be on the lookout for all of those very soon. For Billy Strange, I'm John Sable. Thanks for watching Inside Sim Racing.